Ready, action. Alright, I'm beginning to think that maybe the Below the Beanie podcast is at least a little bit cursed. So for the first episode, and I will get into the number of episodes shortly. For the first episode, which is the last one, the one that I'm considering the first episode, I didn't record the first 34 minutes, as you know, if you saw the last video. I was recording the audio, but I forgot to record the video. And now that let me make sure. Okay, it says recording. I see the red dot. All right, this is recording. All right. I didn't record the first 34 minutes of the video. And it was a very sad moment. I saw one comment. He's like, "Hey, fool, you're a good actor. You made me believe that you were actually sad about it." I was not acting. I was devastated. I was trying to get into this new thing. Like I've been telling you, I've been trying to resist podcasting for a long time. I was like, who's going to want to just have me sit there talking? Like, it's all about the editing and the cuts and like all the different footage and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that's something that I kind of honed it, that was like my thing. And then all of a sudden I'm just here like naked before the world. I'm just here exposing myself to all of you. And I was just like, man, I don't know if anybody's gonna like. It's like how Seinfeld used to say, like when you're naked, it's like uncomfortable because it's so final. Like he said that he would prefer like if he was naked, but like if you at least had like a bout, because then you at least have like, how you feel better when you have like something to like adjust, like something to work with. You feel like, no, I'm working on it. Like I'm getting there. But like when you're naked, you're just like, boom, I'm done. That's it. That's all I got. But if you have like a pair of socks on, or you got like a beanie, it's like you could always get a little better. You got some like adjusting to do and whatnot. Well, like right now when I start doing this, it's like that's all I got. I can't cut away to something. I can't put like an audio of Jan like hammering Adesanya's head in or something like that. I can't put some funny music in the background. This is it. I'm here before you naked, and that's all I got. And I hope that YouTube doesn't read that captioning and take me down. I think supposedly they screen the videos now beforehand. Either way, let me say this first. Thank you everybody watching, and thank you everybody listening. Let me tell you, those of you that are listening to this, because I got this on Spotify. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought you had to have like meetings and lawyers and all and get a deal and all that to get on Spotify. Hey, let me tell you this. If you saw that I'm on Spotify now and you were impressed at all, don't be. You could get on Spotify today with just 3 small payments of $3.99. No, for real, you could get on Spotify like that. I was like, what? I thought I was gonna it was gonna be this big old long journey and everything. It was easy. Everybody could get on Spotify. But if you're listening, like I went on there and I saw I got some plays and I'm like, who is just sitting there listening to the audio? Well, I mean, I don't want to assume that people want to sit there and watch me either, but like, I don't know, that just blows my mind. Like if there's something that I want to listen to and it has video, and then there's another one with straight audio, it's like I'm gonna put on the video one because it's, why not? But some people even posted when I said that I'm doing the podcast now, they're like, oh, only on YouTube, no Spotify? And I was like, what? You get it right here with audio and video. I don't know. I don't get it, but I appreciate it. If there's those of you that actually just straight up listen to the audio, man, that's next level. So thank you. I just want to say thank you real quick to everybody who watched and everybody that listened. But I was saying that I think the show's cursed a little bit because the first time I deleted the recording, the video, and I was very sad about it. I was not faking it. That was real life. And I did regret it after. I mean, at the moment, it was like, what am I going to do with that? Like, but after the fact, like after I got the whole recording, after I got the thing done that I wanted, then you know how like when you're in that place, then it's easier to look back and like laugh about it, in that moment, then I was like, I should have saved the first one. Because people were asking, hey, did you save it? You should at least release that. Release that as its own thing. And I was like, man, I should have. But I rage quit. I got mad. And I almost ate the Captain Crunch. I ate it later, though. I ate it afterwards anyway. Hey, by the way. No, I'm going to get back to that right now. I'm going to get back to the Captain Crunch. Some of you are acting up in the comment section. I don't get it. But the first time, look, I'm gonna be talking about this for like 30 minutes about the curse. I can't move forward. um 34-minute curse, and then today I'm late. Like I got a dip. Before this should even, like, I would like to, cause look it, the way that I create things. By the way, listen, look it. Don't timestamp me, all right? Don't timestamp me. I had fools last time timestamping me for the fight talk. Hey, look it. This is the MMA show that's not primarily about MMA, all right? This is where I'm going to be talking to you about Captain Crunch. And where I'm going to be talking to you about curses and whatnot, all right? This is the MMA show that's not even really about MMA, all right? I don't want to be tied down to that. That's one of the reasons why I thought I would give this a shot, you know? And start freestyling and start podcasting so maybe I could deviate a little bit. Maybe the next podcast, I'm going to be talking about James Charles. I don't know. Maybe the podcast after that, I'm going to be talking about K-pop. Maybe the podcast after that, I'm going to be talking about I don't even know all I do is watch MMA stuff. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what's going on in the world. I'll start talking about the shrimp and the cinnamon toast crunch. But I just want to make it clear that, like, because, you know, back in the day when I was watching, I haven't seen it a lot lately, to be honest with you, but I was watching that one. Okay, never mind. I don't want to go there. I watch MMA podcasts sometimes, and I can understand how it seems like it gets frustrating because they talk about a lot of stuff before they get to the MMA talk. So I want to, like, nip it in the bud right here that, like, I don't want this to be that kind of a podcast where it's like, let's skip everything. Like, I want to almost, like, not even talk about MMA because I want to make it clear that, like, this is just about me going off, you know, below the beanie, you know? And I'm just chatting with you guys, you know, or chatting at you. I know this isn't like a live stream where we go back and forth, but, like, and it's not only for my peace of mind because I don't want fools timestamping me. That's not what it's about. It's not like an ego thing. It's like I want to be upfront with you about my intentions. That's what it is mostly. I don't want to lie to you and be like, this is the number one MMA podcast. There might be shows where I don't even talk about MMA. So this isn't about the martial arts. This is about just Jesse giving it to you from below the beanie, you know? That's it. So I completely understand if this ain't for you, because I know there's some fools that just come in here because they want the news or whatever. They want the breakdown and the dip, and they're not even, like, really necessarily loyal to the channel. I get that. That's all right. This is mostly for the people that have actually asked for something like this, for people who are actually interested in it, who are actually watch it all the way through, which I think is crazy, but I appreciate it. But I don't even remember what I was saying, to be honest with you. But let me finish the curse. Let me finish the curse talk. I deleted 34 minutes of audio, and then today when I was getting ready to do this one, I'm already late. I'm gonna have to dip before the thing is over. I know I already said that much, but as I was setting up, I hit my piano by accident, and I knocked down a bunch of wrestlers. I should have been recording. That would have been funny. But I knocked down if you go back and look at some old videos, I'm actually a little bit curious to find out if I put them in the correct order. I think I did. There's like 2 that I have suspicions about, and I'm not going to say which ones. But I didn't do it right now. I was about to go back and check and make sure I got them right, because I'm OCD like that. I like everything to be just right. But I was like, I'm already out of time. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I wanted to I know what I was saying now. Look, this is what happens. This is what happens. Look, you know what? If anything, this is what I want this podcast to accomplish. Because people have been telling me to do a podcast for at least months. Maybe some years, but at least months. And I've been saying, no, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. I trust me. I tell them the reason that you're even watching the channel is because of what I've been making. And then that makes you think a podcast might be a good idea. But once you realize that the podcast ain't nothing like why you've been here in the first place, then you're going to be like, all right, I get it now. Maybe you shouldn't do a podcast. Because it's not the same. It's not tight, you know? It's not thought out. It's not meticulous like I like to be. It's just a little too freestyle maybe. It's a little bit too off the cuff, you know? And maybe people are going to be like, all right, you know, reel it back in a little bit. This is too crazy for me. I can't really relax and enjoy this the way I enjoy the breakdowns. First of all, it's not a breakdown, so get that. But aside from that, maybe that's not what you really thought it was going to be, you know? And to prove my point, again, I forgot where I was going with that and what I was talking about. But let me try to remember real quick. No, it's not coming back to me. It's not coming back to me. Hold on, let me take a green tea break. What was I saying? I think I was just talking about how I wanted to go look at my old videos and make sure that these were right. But how I don't have enough time because I'm already going to have to dip before the hour's even over. And I want to try to get to an hour with every podcast because I think about, look, man, I'm embarrassed. I'm going to tell you right now, I want to start this podcast over. I'm going to tell you right now, like if this was a scripted video where and I felt like it wasn't going right, I would already stop and be like, this is stupid. Try to figure something out, rework it. Because like right now, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling good right now. But I'm going to leave it in. This is real life right here. And I'm hot. And this is the life I've chosen. All right? To go below the beanie. And now I'm sweating. I don't know if you can see me glistening in the hot lights right now. I haven't shaved. But I don't get thick. I don't get thick facial hair, you know? So I like got that like permanent 5 o'clock shadow, you know? I get that 5 o'clock and then it stays there. It's like, you know how they always say it's 5 o'clock somewhere? It's always 5 o'clock on my face. It's always right here. It never gets to like 5:30, 6. It just stays right there. And just like frozen in time, you know? So that's all right. But I feel it right here. I feel it starting to like, I'm feeling a little shiny right here. And then my beanie, I just feel it starting to trickle down. I got my hoodie on. Whew. And then I can't turn on the air conditioner because then you hear it in the microphone. You see what I'm living with? This is my life. But I was just trying to say that I try to make content that I enjoy. So I feel like, what would I want my favorite creators to do? I'm going to do that. And then the people that are loyal to this channel, they'll like that. I know there's a lot of like fair weather viewers that like, they'll come in and they'll see me making sopa and they're like, nah. And then they see a breakdown, they're like, all right. And then they'll see me like doing a podcast and they'll be like, nah. And then I'll do a breakdown, they'll be like, all right. And then they'll see me doing some UFC 4 gaming and they'll be like, nah. And then they'll come back for another breakdown. So I get it. But this is for the loyals. When I do podcasts, I want to at least get to the hour mark. And I don't want you to think, oh, he's just trying to get that watch time. He's just trying to put some ads in there. Am I doing that? Sure. Because I would be an idiot if I didn't. But it's because if I'm watching a podcast, I hate it when they're less than an hour. Like if I'm watching one of my favorite channels, I want it to be as long as possible. When my favorite channels do podcasts that are like 2.5, 3 hours long, I'm like, yeah. And, you know, I'll find something to do for a long time. Listen to the whole thing. That's what I like. So I don't like the idea of having to cut it short just because of the curse, you know. And I can't believe that it's already about 13 minutes in and I'm still explaining the curse to you. But maybe that's part of the curse. That might be part of the curse. But that thing happening right here reminded me of something. And I know that this is going to seem planned. I was listening to a podcast the other day, actually, that was talking about how, and you already know this, like we've all heard this sentiment over the years or whatever. But you know how, they say the truth is always like the hardest thing to believe because crazy stuff happens. That's how I feel about this right here. I was listening to another thing the other day too, and don't get offended or anything. Don't get all weird on me. But it was an interesting thing that I heard, and it's just a fact. Someone was doing a teaching, and they were talking about how Hitler used to say that the easiest lies to believe are really big ones. Like if you want someone to believe something, tell them a real big lie. And it's easier to manipulate people like that. I thought that was interesting. And I think it's true. Because it's hard to believe the truth. The truth is what's that one Will Ferrell movie, Stranger Than Fiction. But look at the whole wrestler thing falling down reminded me of something. I mentioned it before, I think, briefly. But I'm trying to move. I really, really hate where I live. Long story short, I'll get to it later. I don't want to slow things down right now. But I've been going through a lot of a lot of my belongings and some storage and stuff. I'm a hoarder. I am a hoarder. That's probably one of the biggest problems that me and Marilena have. Um, I have been diagnosed as a type 2 hoarder, and I accept that. I tell her all the time, hey, I tell her about the homies, I tell her, look at that fool. Look at what he's doing to his lady. And I said, look at that. I could be doing this. I could be going there. Oh, I'm a hoarder. Oh, that's the end of the world. Look at all those other fools, what they're doing, how they're living their lives and stuff. And I'm keeping old newspapers. Oh, poor you, Marilena. Oh, cry me a river. Because I keep some toys and whatnot on my piano. Oh, what a monster. Hashtag Hans Molenkamp. But look at what I found. I went through some storage. Hey, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I almost cried. I think I did cry. No, I don't think I did. Because I knew Marilena was gonna come back home, and I was like, no. Don't go out like that. I was strong. But look it. I found some stuff, man. I saved these. Look it but it's all ripped because I was a little kid, But the Big Boss Man one, that's silver right there. Look it from it has a date on it. No, one of them does. They have stickers. Look it. Here's the other one right here. The $1 Million Man. And there's a sticker on it from Payless. $5.49. $5.49. And remember when you're a little kid and you look at the back and you're like, I want that one, and I want that one next, and I want that one. I would just sit there and daydream. And I wanted all of them. I'm not going to go through all of them because you'll get bored. But I got Roddy Piper right here. Look at this fool was on sale at Toys R Us. He was only $3.99. Roddy Piper. R.I.P. And then I got this was a different version. I got the Bret the Hitman Hart right here. From that fool right behind me. And then this one is from other ones. I have way more wrestlers than this. They're not all up here. But I got the Ric Flair one. Oh, I got Ninja Turtle ones. Kmart. Hey, the gold right here. I got Hulk Hogan right here. $5.49 from Payless. And look at, even as a little kid, I don't think you can see it, but how the other one was all ripped up right here? I ripped his, and then I went and taped it because he was my favorite. I put some tape on there to put it back in place because it was so important to me. I got Jake the Snake. Look, I'm not going to show you all of them. But, man. And then they have the different versions. Here's what the WCW ones look like. And there's a Sid Vicious right there. And then the back was different. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys care about this. But I fanboy for this stuff right here. There's some Instagram pages that I follow now of fools that just show their toys. I love that stuff. I even kept my one from when I got. I can't remember if this is Woody or Buzz Lightyear. It doesn't say on here. But I saw that and it reminded me I was getting all nostalgic because I've been wanting to move. I'm not trying to judge you or anything. I even see comments all the time of people and they're like, hey, I just rolled something up. Jesse's just released a video. Hey, what a coincidence. I'm like, all right, hey, people are living their lives. People, I'm not saying nothing about that. But what I don't, I'm like 99.9% positive that my neighbors are drug dealers, and look, people are gonna do what they want to do, but I'd rather not live next door to them, and it's just not the lifestyle that I want for my family, So I've been trying to get out of here, and I spent a long time trying to get away from that, and we moved to this new area not very long ago at all. So it's like some of the things that I'm seeing and some of the things I'm hearing over there. It's like, man, and you would think fools want to be discreet, But it's like people are trying to be like, hey, look at what we're doing. And it's like, are you stupid or what? I don't know. I don't want to go on and on about that, but the last few months it's been getting worse and worse and worse. It's like a circus over here, man. And I really want to get out of here. I really, really want to get out of here. But then I realized, because we started looking into trying to find somewhere else to live, and apparently that's very hard to do if you don't have a real job. And I was telling Marilyn, I was like, what are you talking about? I got I'm on Patreon. They can't look at my Patreon. I got, YouTube sends me something. And then I have merch. And people are helping me out on PayPal. Super chat. I told her, tell them to look at the super chat. And she's like, they don't care about that. You got to have like 2 years of solid employment with the 401k and whatnot. I'm like, what? So it's time for a green tea break. Look, I'm not complaining. I don't want it to seem like that. I remember, like, before I started doing anything like this, and you watch interviews with, like, movie stars and musicians and stuff like that. If they even said anything that seemed like complaining, it's like, shut up. Like, you got it made. First of all, I don't think they do. Because you look at their lifestyles and the things that you see come out, and obviously they don't, because they're still not happy. They still are, they still have that hole they're trying to fill. Obviously money didn't cut it. But for some reason we still all seek after that same thing, We still look at them through that envious sort of lens, like, if only I had that. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But I really don't. I just want to be able to look good to the lady who I'm trying to get a house from. That's it. I didn't know it was going to be like that. I thought you could just be like, look at, I had a good month, I released a video about Conor McGregor, and then people were really helpful on Super Chat. Can I have a house, please? And she's like, I don't even know what Super Chat is. She doesn't care about me. But yeah, that's been the worst part of my life the last few months, just wanting to get out of this neighborhood. It's terrible, and it's just like eating away at me. And I feel like it's been making me want to work harder because I have that goal that I just want to get out of here. But then it's stupid because it's like, what am I even doing? They're not even going to consider me for like 2 years. Because on paper, it doesn't look good. I don't know. But, now about 20-something minutes in, maybe I should mention the sponsor. Maybe that's a good idea. I just want to say thank you to X Marshall for being a sponsor to me. Thank you for being a sponsor. And if you use my link down below, probably in the comment, probably in the description, if you use my link, remember, if you don't use my link, it doesn't help me. So if you really want to burn me and you hate me and you want to save money, but you don't want to use my link, then that's how you do it. Don't use my link. But if you want to help me in the channel, please use my link and use the promo code Mexican Martial Arts 20, Mexican Martial Arts 20, and now you save 20% off. Back in the day, it was only 10. Now it's 20. So thank you, X Marshall, for sponsoring this episode. Please, everybody, go check out what they got. And I showed you last time what they got. I showed you a couple of things they sent me. A couple of these rash guards right here that I said I was going to give away. And I just commented the people that I picked to win. And as soon as they DM me or whatever, or get in touch with their info so I can send it to them, they got it. They commented on my last video. I said, all you got to do is comment and you can win it easy. So I replied to a couple people. I said, hey, give me your info. I'll send it to you. Boom. Easy. As of right now, I don't have anything that I could send you, but you can save 20% off. So thank you, X Marshall, for sponsoring this. And I should probably talk something about UFC. Put a little bit of sprinkle in it or whatever. And I'm not forcing it. I do have some things on my mind that I want to share. First of all, this weekend's event is going to be on ABC, which is always a very confusing time for me. Because maybe it's beneficial to the sport. Maybe it's helpful in growing the sport, getting more eyes on it. Because not everybody has ESPN Plus or whatever. I never had it. I didn't have it until things started to go a little bit better for me. And then I was on my own and no longer with Voto Studios. And then I had to figure out how to get all these different things. Fight Pass, ESPN Plus. I started getting the pay-per-view. Stopped getting viruses because I was finding the fights on Reddit links and whatnot. So I got ESPN Plus, but not everybody has it. I didn't have it when I was well, I was gonna say I didn't have it when I was a kid, but who cares about that? I mean, even like a few months ago, I didn't have it. Um, but the thing that is confusing for me is like it's good for the sport. It brings eyes to it because it's more accessible. But then it kind of burns me because it's like, why is anybody gonna watch my stream if they could just put on ABC? You know. So that's always a confusing one. Um, it's good, it's good because like sometimes people say cool things like, hey, you know what? Hang in there. Don't get discouraged because the sport of MMA is still very, very, very young. It's still growing. And at some point, things are going to pop off. You're going to be one of the first ones on the ground floor. You're going to grow with it. I hope so. I hope so. And I try to be optimistic like that. And it's true. It is relatively young. That is a fact. I need to think about it that way from that more positive perspective. So maybe ABC will help. But I will be doing a stream this weekend. And I'm very thankful that it's early. It starts at like 9. It's going to be very hard for me to wake up. I mean, right now it's 1:31. I woke up today. I woke up early because Marilena was like, "What are you doing? Get up!" Or else I would have still been asleep. But I woke up today at like 11:47. And yesterday I woke up at 2:30, 2:35, something like that. It was my birthday yesterday, so I was like, Charlie, I'm going to sleep in. I was tired. And I was like, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one and enjoy it. I slept till like almost 3 o'clock. Somebody asked me last time, they were like, hey, if I just want to support the channel and leave a comment, but I don't know what to say, what am I supposed to say? Like, we need some kind of phrase or something. And I was thinking maybe every video I'll give you a thing like, hey, if you don't know what to say, just say this. If you want to support the algorithm or whatever, and just like put something in there you don't know what to say, just say happy birthday. All right? It was my birthday yesterday. And if you ask me how old I am, I'm gonna block you. All right? I'm just kidding. I just turned 19. But yeah, yesterday was my birthday, so I didn't wake up till almost 3 o'clock. I slept in. I didn't do anything yesterday. And then it's probably gonna be hard for me to wake up in time to start the stream at 9. But I'm glad that it's early because I got to go to Costco. I haven't been to Costco forever. I got to get some more Kirklands. I got to get some more of these Kirklands. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you something. Since you made it this far, almost 30 minutes in. If you made it almost 30 minutes in, I appreciate you. Because I'm going to be honest, this has felt like a rough episode for me. I feel very tired. I think I might have slept too much. And now I feel a little bit off right now. I think I might have slept too much in combination with then waking up and drinking a bunch of coffee because I feel funky right now. But this is an old bottle of Kirkland, and it's kind of like a thing, It's kind of like a staple. I want to be rocking the Kirkland, but they only have them at Costco, I believe. And I haven't been able to make it to Costco for the longest. So the other night when I knew I was going to do another podcast, but I couldn't make it to Costco, I went to just another grocery store. And I got some green teas. And right now, before the podcast, I poured it into this bottle. So this is not true Kirkland diet green tea. This is an imposter. And every time I drink it right now, it takes a moment to hit me. It's like, oh, that's not the right one. It tastes different. But I'm glad that the stream is gonna be early on Saturday because that evening I need to go load up because I missed the real thing. But I'm dedicated to that Kirkland brand. Kirkland, if you are out there. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I hope that it helps grow the sport, because it helps. I have selfish intentions, and I hope that it grows my channel as well. And I also want to mention something very important. Last podcast I brought up the MMA holes, and I have an update for you. Basically, we're best friends now. All right, we're best friends now. We exchange comments, we exchange follows on Twitter, and we're basically best friends. All right, we have found out that we have squashed something that didn't even need squashing, and I'm very happy about that. And apparently people were just trying to start stuff and whatnot, and I get that, and it's exciting. They were trying to start that the war of the channels, trying to get some drama going, and I respect that. I respect that. But you failed. All right? And I just want to encourage you. If you know who the MMA hoes are and you thought we were enemies, think again. I'm just kidding. You don't have to worry about that anymore. And if you don't know who they are, you should know who they are. Cause like I said before, I'm being sincere here. I used to watch them all the time before I started doing my own streams, and the only reason I haven't watched as much lately is because I'm doing my own stream, so I can't watch them unless I do a stream of me watching them streaming, which might be kind of weird. Hold on, let me take a green tea break. But I'd always been a fan of theirs. Look, I'm gonna say something right now. The MMA holes, by the way, go subscribe to them. Go subscribe. It makes me sick that they don't have more subscribers. It's a shame. I used to watch their... No, I was watching it the other day, actually. Because they stream all the time. Like, their streams, like... It's, like, intimidating, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know, like... It's like if they work for like OBS or something. I don't understand it. Like they went on like some seminars or something. I don't get it. Like I watched their thing and it's like, what the? It's like an explosion of like, I don't know. If you watch their stream, you know what I'm talking about. But they always got like a million things going on and they got songs and they cut away to this and they got another screen and it's like, what the heck? It's crazy, but in an amazing way. Like I'm like, what? I don't even know. I don't even know how to put on the right frame rate on OBS without my internet shutting down. Remember last time I tried to stream with OBS and I kept glitching and then my stream died? But their streams are crazy. They're like super animated and they have all these different segments and like, so I just want to give them a shout out and give props to them. Like they have really fun streams and their community is like crazy into it, so they got a good thing going over there. But I'm glad that it squashed. It was like a preemptive squash, you know. It was a squash that didn't need squashing, but we squashed it anyway. So MMA holes, I'm glad we squashed it, and even though it didn't, you know what I'm saying. There was people wanting to know what I felt about Holland stepping into fight Vettori. And I already said what I thought in one of the comment sections. Some people agreed with me. Some people were tripping. I can't believe anybody was surprised. Of course Holland wants to retake it. The dude has an ego. And he's probably not been able to sleep at night. I can't blame him for that. I'm not clowning on him. That's how it is when you're a very competitive person. I remember back in the day when I would play like basketball. Or I would do wrestling in school. If I would lose or I didn't do good or something, I wouldn't be able to sleep. And all I could think about was the next one. That's why as I got older, I was like, Charlie, I'm out. And I didn't want to do any kind of competition because it consumed me. And like I was like devastated until I got the chance to redeem myself. And I got tired of feeling like that. It's like that wasn't the lifestyle for me. But I was like, of course, Kevin Holland wants to get back into it. He got humiliated. Dana White is saying publicly for the whole world that fool got broken and he had like a mental collapse and whatnot. And like, man, he did him dirty, like exposing him like that. Like the way he worded it just made it like more impactful than just seeing the fight. But it's like, of course, he got embarrassed and he wants the chance to redeem himself so he could sleep at night. And fools, you know, if that rubbed a lot of fools the wrong way, the way that I put that. But I don't think anybody could disagree with the feeling behind that. Obviously he wants to feel better about himself. He wants to redeem himself. As far as will he win? As far as a pick, first of all, I don't care. I don't care about either of those fools. I think there's a good chance that he could win because he is a good striker. He is an extremely talented athlete, and now he knows that he needs to check his ego. He knows that he has to be on top of his game. He knows he shouldn't misunderestimate anybody. So maybe he's going to come back with a little fire, you know? He doesn't strike me as the kind of fool that, like, to be honest, Adesanya, the way he handled that loss against Blachowicz, he immediately struck me as the kind of fool that, he doesn't know how to handle a loss. And I know anybody could refer to like his kickboxing and like, what about that one time that he got knocked out and then he came back and didn't lose it? Okay, whatever. But this is MMA, and he has holes in MMA that he didn't have to consider in kickboxing. And now everybody knows the holes that he has in MMA. And it's easy for fans to be aware of those holes. But let's remember, there's fighters aware of those holes that are actually going to take advantage of those holes. We could talk about the holes all day and be like, yeah, there's that, but then this guy could do that, or okay, well, that's all right because of this. Yeah, but there's gonna be fools in the cage standing across from him that are also aware of those same holes that are like, your hole is what I'm best at, so let's do that. And he's in trouble now. And you could see like his mental collapse, like Kevin Holland's during the press conference. And I honestly think it's gonna be hard for Adesanya to come back. I think it messed him up mentally. Kevin Holland, I don't know, as much as I am usually not in line with that fool, I feel like he's gonna be able to come back and he's gonna be able to align himself to where he needs to be and straighten up a little bit. I have to give him that. I do think he has the capacity to be able to reset and get that win. But I think Adesanya might have too much of an ego. He seems to have like an entitlement problem too, and I don't know if he's been able to like process the fact that he didn't actually win that fight, or at least in this universe, in this parallel universe, as he said. I don't know. But the main thing that people are wanting to talk about right now, and obviously I'm reading off of notes here, so don't be trippy. Obviously I'm reading off of notes. I don't care. I'm not trying to hide anything right here, so don't think that you're being don't think that you're a detective or anything. Someone also made the comment last time, hey fool, you're saying that this is a podcast only for listening, and then you're taking all this time showing a gift that you got that we can't look at. All right, look, I'm not perfect, all right? I get it. And then I showed you all my wrestler cardboards and whatnot, and now I'm talking about how I'm reading off the monitor. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And I was thinking about that after the fact too. I was like, you know what? Did I mess up by saying that? Because I know that I prefer not having to keep taking my phone out and looking at the screen, but at the same time, there are plenty of podcasts that I do just sit there and watch while I'm eating or something. So it's just gonna happen the way it happens. I don't know. I don't know. Like I might just want to pull out the papaka right now and be like, look at my papaka. Khabib all day, all night. And then like listeners are like, I can't see it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I might show you something important. I might start showing you the rockers. I might show you that I actually spent money, or my parents, on Jimmy Hart. Who buys Jimmy Hart? Who buys Jimmy Hart? But I'm just trying to prove a point right now. But everybody's talking about Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz. And I just want to say this. I'm a little bit concerned. Because Leon Edwards' last fight ended with the eye poke. That fool got disqualified because of an eye poke. That fool doesn't know how to control himself. Does it have a lot more to do with Dana White not wanting to use the safe gloves because he can't own the rights to them? Maybe, but that's not the point right here. We're talking about Leon Edwards. That fool doesn't know how to keep his fingers where they're supposed to be, and he eye poked that fool. How did Nate Diaz's last fight end? And the controversy around all the blood on his eye. This isn't good. It's not looking good. It's not a good setup at the moment. You got one fool that ends the fight because he doesn't know how to control attacking the fool's eye. And then you got the other fool that has to get the fight ended because the area around his eye was attacked too much. Now he can't go on. This isn't looking good. I'm concerned. And I'm hoping that fool calms himself down and he doesn't give Nate Diaz too many eye pokes and get... I mean, I guess in that case, Nate Diaz will win. Because let me tell you what I'm leading up to right here. And I already forgot what I was going to say, so let me look at my notes real quick. obviously, if Edwards wins, then he's going to get the shot against the winner of Masvidal and Usman, which is obviously going to be Usman. I know that people are talking about the camp and stuff for Masvidal, but I mean, Usman's going to have a camp too. You know, it's not like Masvidal's going to have a full camp now and Usman's just going to come off of like, I don't know, a Disneyland trip or something. That fool's going to be training as well. So I don't know what people are expecting. It's like the same fools that are going to be like, oh, Conor's going to change this time and he's going to be Poirier. You don't think Poirier is expecting that? You don't think Poirier is also growing as a fighter? Anyway, I just realized that it's time for a green tea break. But look, Leon Edwards is very confident that he's going to win. That fool's the king of the decisions. He thinks he's going to take it all the way and that he's going to get the decision. And then I look at Usman, it's like, oh, that fool, that's the king of decisions. We got decision against decision right here. We got two fools that are going to be going 5 rounds trying to make a decision. It's going to be like me and Marilena trying to find out what we're going to have for dinner. And I mentioned this before and I don't get it, and I would like your input on it if you listen this far in the comment section. There's a lot of times when me and Marilena are somewhere and we're trying to figure out what to eat, and she says what she wants and I say what I want, and I'm like, oh, it's cool, then we'll go get yours and then we'll go get mine and it's all good. Or we'll get mine first, so mine will get cold. All right, I'm not trying to trick you. I'll get mine first, and if it gets a little cold, that's all right. We'll get yours last. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, what? What's the you think it's like more romantic if we both get Carl's Jr.? What's the difference? You could get Taco Bell or whatever. I'll get Long John's. I don't like seafood, but the chicken is amazing. Seafood is disgusting. I've said that before, but the chicken is amazing. But she never wants to do that. I'm like, why? Like, I don't get it. I don't know if it's a lady thing or what. I don't understand it. Please let me know if you have an opinion on that. I don't understand the big deal. I'm willing to go more than one place. Sometimes I'll go more than one place for myself. Because I like the chicken strips over there. I like the french fries over there. But they got the best soda over there. And then I like the strawberry sundae from this. I'll go to like 3-4 different places. Have myself a good night. She doesn't even want to go to 2. So instead, we'll end up going somewhere and then she doesn't even eat half of it. She's like, oh, well, it's all right. I'm not hungry. And I'm like, you liar. You didn't like it. We should have went over there instead. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But let me know how you feel. But these fools are both king of the decisions right here. So that's going to be very interesting. But I was thinking, I wrote it down because I didn't want to forget because it was a little bit complicated. I was playing like fantasy UFC right here. I think Usman's going to win. I'm not a big Masvidal hater. I know back in the day, I had my problems with them. But you know what? Ben Askren was talking a lot of papas. He was very annoying. Whatever, I get it. I'm not a Masvidal hater. But I think Usman's gonna win. If Masvidal wins, oh well. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. But I think Masvidal's gonna win. I think Masvidal is just too rounded. I don't think that Masvidal's gonna be able to close the gap with the training camp. But I would like Masvidal to win. If Masvidal caught him with something, that would be the best. Because what I want to happen is I want Diaz to beat, I forgot that fool's name. Doesn't everybody? What's his name? Leon Edwards. I want Masvidal to beat Leon Edwards. I don't know what I'm talking about. I want Nate Diaz to beat Edwards, which he might do. Let's say Edwards eye pokes him. He starts bleeding all crazy. His scar opens up. Good. Whatever. However it has to happen. Nate Diaz wins. And I want one. I mean, either way, I would like Nate Diaz to beat Edwards. I mean, man, Nate Diaz irritates me sometimes. He'll tweet stuff and I'm like, I don't know what's going on until the Nate Diaz translator shows up. I'm like, could somebody please, what's this fool doing? But every time Nate fights, I don't think there's been a time that Nate fought that I didn't want him to win. I'm always rooting for Nate at the end of the day. So I would like Nate to win. I would like Masvidal to catch Usman. Wouldn't it be crazy if Masvidal turned it around and started stomping that fool? I don't know. However it happens. So that Masvidal and Nate could fight. Oh, look, this is why I forgot. I want Masvidal to beat Usman. Masvidal gets the bout. And look, I don't know if you agree with me. Maybe I'm too sentimental. I don't know. I would like to see Masvidal get a strap, like a real strap, before his time is up. You know? There's just some fools where you're like, as many problems as I've had with this fool as well, and we've yet to squash it. We're not quite on that MMA whole status yet. Another one is like Chael Sonnen. You know, it would have been nice if he would have got the strap. He's one of those fighters that's like, man, it's like the Dan Marino thing, you know? It's like, come on, man. But I feel that way about Masvidal. I would like to see him get a strap. And so it would be like killing like two cats with one card right here. Like, you get Masvidal beats Usman. Masvidal's the champ. Usman will probably get it back at some point. Don't worry about him. I don't hate Usman either. Masvidal has the strap, good. But now Nate Diaz gets to fight him, get his revenge, and now he gets a real strap. Like, Masvidal beat him. The doctor technically won that fight. The doctor's the one that won that fight when he stopped it. Diaz could have kept going. He was starting to take over. Yeah, I'm one of those. Diaz was starting to take over. I'm in that group, yeah. So Masvidal won that bout. He gets the BMF title. But then he beats Usman. Diaz beats Edwards. Nate Diaz gets his redemption, gets the real strap. And then Usman probably comes back and beats Diaz. But at least they both got to be champion. Masvidal got to be champ. Diaz got to be champ. Diaz got his redemption. I would love to see it play out like that. Is there anybody out there that wouldn't want the same thing? Imagine that. As much as you might hate Masvidal or whatever, just for the story. Imagine Masvidal wins, gets a title. Diaz wins, beats Masvidal. Diaz gets his revenge, gets a title. Imagine Nate Diaz being a champion. That would be crazy. I know a lot of people think he's too real for the sport, including him. But I would like to see it happen. I'm gonna be believing in that. And I know a lot of people are like, wait a minute, you think that just if he beats Leon Edwards, that he's going to be able to go up and he needs to climb the rankings? Oh, really? Did Adesanya climb the light heavyweight rankings? Did Conor McGregor climb the rankings? Well, who did he fight? He climbed the rankings to fight for something. Oh, well, he fought Alvarez. But it's like, people do that all the time. Dana White doesn't care. And at the end of the day, don't even lie. The fans don't care. Because you want to see the names. You want to see the drama. You want to see the stories. So absolutely, when Nate Diaz beats Leon Edwards, he should get that title shot. That would be the best way that could play out. And then another thing, look at, stay with me. Look at Poirier, Conor McGregor. Look at Poirier. I keep saying look at. I understand. Poirier is a superior fighter than Conor McGregor. That's it. That's all there is to it. He's more rounded. He is more disciplined. He just has things that Conor McGregor can't have anymore because McGregor has too much money. I said it before in previous videos. He got like Rocky. And like Rocky 3 or 4 or whatever. That fool got civilized. That fool got domesticated. He got too much money. Even if he wanted to, he can't get back into that place anymore. Unless he gets sued enough by enough ladies that he doesn't have money anymore. That's a different story. But right now, in this parallel universe, McGregor can't get to that Poirier spot anymore. He can't get there. Look it. I'm going to just cut it short. Poirier, I think he's going to win. It doesn't matter if Conor has a training camp specifically for Poirier. It doesn't matter if he knows about the low calf kick now. It doesn't matter if he's going to change like all those people. You don't think Conor's going to adjust? You don't think he's going to grow? You don't think he's going to make the change? You don't think Poirier's going to do the same thing? What do you think Poirier's doing right now? He's doing the same thing. He's making adjustments for the adjustments that he thinks Conor's going to make. Conor always made that mistake of saying, I don't prepare for anybody. I just go in there to fight. I'm ready to fight. I stay ready. Doesn't matter who. Poirier's not doing that. Maybe Conor's not doing it now either, but that's all right. Because Conor's been doing that most of his career. Poirier has been training specifically for certain individuals. This is going to be the third time he's fought Conor. He knows what he's dealing with. He knows what he's up against. Anyway, I want Conor to win. You know why? Because if Conor wins, Nate Diaz beat Leon Edwards, Masvidal beat Usman, Masvidal's the champ. Nate Diaz beat Masvidal, Nate Diaz is the champ. Hold up, I gotta take a green tea break. And then look it, if Conor beats Poirier, super fight. Nate Diaz is the the 150, no. What weight are they? I don't care. Nate, wait, is that one a 155? It doesn't matter. Nate Diaz will beat, no, if he beats Usman, he'll be the middleweight champion. If Nate Diaz goes up and beats, no, Masvidal. No, that's not middleweight. What am I don't know my weights or what? Hey, for real, I have a virus on this computer, so it always takes me a while to get to the right pages because the virus pages always pop up first. And every time I try to delete the virus, it just comes right back. It just keeps flaring up, you know? So it's like, I don't even try anymore. I just get around it. I can't believe I don't know what I'm talking about right here. This is embarrassing. Welterweight, I couldn't think of the word. All right, so if Masvidal when Diaz beats Masvidal, he'll be welterweight champion. Conor will be a lightweight, but then they'll have that super fight. So Nate Diaz will be champion at welterweight. Conor comes off a win. He's high off the win, feeling good. I mean, for Conor, beating Poirier will be like better than beating anyone else in the lightweight division. Maybe even getting the title because everyone knows that Poirier is the uncrowned champ. That's not debatable. It's fine. We know Oliveira is going to be the next champ. I've been saying that. But Poirier should already be the champ. Khabib is the GOAT. You already know I feel that way. Team Khabib all day, every day. But I'm saying since he retired and since he's gone, it should have been Poirier. That's all right. He wanted the bigger money fight. That's respectable. But if Conor beats Poirier, then that'll make him look like he's at the top right now. In a sense. Because you still have to acknowledge that he would lose to Oliveira. He would lose to Chandler. He would lose to Gaethje. He would lose to anybody. I don't know. But it would still seem like the perspective that would be pushed, the narrative, it would seem like Conor's at the top of the lightweight division after beating Poirier. Because Poirier is like considered the uncrowned champ. So Conor, high off that win, would then be able to take a super fight with Nate Diaz, the new welterweight champion, and then that'll be their trilogy. So if Conor wins the trilogy with Poirier, because I know a lot of people are like, what about the Diaz trilogy? Why are you taking the Poirier one first? Look, it's because of this. Because this is better. If Conor beats Poirier, okay, if Diaz beats Edwards and Masvidal beats Usman, then Diaz beats Masvidal, and then Conor beats Poirier, then Nate Diaz fight for the welterweight championship for the trilogy. Whoo! Wouldn't that be crazy? That's what I want to see happen. Oh my gosh. That gets me excited about MMA again. That gets me excited about this UFC game. That makes me feel like I'm going back to like WrestleMania or something, Survivor Series. It takes me back to that good storyline, you know? Is there anybody in the comment section that wouldn't want to see that? You get this trilogy with Poirier, and then you get the trilogy with Diaz. Is there anybody that wouldn't want to see that? You let me know. Now look, I'm climbing up on my time right here, and I'm already gonna be late. I'm gonna have some people mad at me because I gotta be somewhere right now. But I'm gonna tell them because I gotta be there for them right now. But I'm gonna tell them I had to be here for you. I'm gonna tell them, I had to be there for my people. All right, I had to be there. I gotta hit an hour. I'm gonna do it. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to be here for the full hour and you're not going to stand in my way. Okay. So I want to make sure there's nothing else I'm leaving out right here. Yeah, if you want to support, then you could just say happy birthday, all right? You could just tell me happy birthday. That's all you got to say. If you want to support but you don't know what to say. Another thing I wanted to mention was when I was thinking about the neighborhood I live in. Look it. When I make my breakdowns, when I make my normal videos, there's often a lot of things that I want to share, that I want to say, that I want to bring up, but it's like I can't because it'll ruin the flow of the video. So this format allows me to do that now. And I know there's some of you that are like the loyalists or the loyal that'll be like, do whatever you want in the breakdown. But I completely appreciate that and respect that, and I'm thankful for that. But I have to be true to like the art of it as well. Like I know, like if I'm being objective and honest about it, I know that the best kind of breakdowns are if I don't do that kind of stuff, because I'm trying to keep it tight and I'm trying to just make it like a solid piece of work, you know? I don't want to try to just be injecting a bunch of stuff in it, because I never want it to seem like I'm trying to like pad it, you know? I hate it when you watch a video and it feels like they're trying to pad the video. I feel like it's easier for me to do that like in a podcast where I'm like being able to take a moment and look at my notes and whatnot, because it's different. This is laid back. Somebody left me a comment about like, what's up with this video? Where's all the editing and where's all the footage? And I'm like, did you watch the video on mute or what? Like I explained in the first video that this is a completely different format that's not going to have any of that. Like I understand there's going to be some of you watching this that is going to be completely fine with this, that's going to like it almost as much as the breakdowns, that's going to like it the same as the breakdowns. Some of you, the few, the proud, the podcast connoisseurs are going to like it even more than the breakdowns. Some of you are going to absolutely hate it and will never even get as far to hear me say this. I understand that. But I love this format. I'm going to tell you, for real, since I started doing this podcast, and this is only the second episode, I have been so excited about this channel. I've been more excited about this channel and making videos than I've been in months and months. Because the breakdowns, it's work. It's not a hobby. It's not for fun. It's like my job, you know. You know this by now. I put a lot of work into it, and it's hard. Especially when I'm trying to do it every Wednesday. And if you watch my videos and you're like, fool, you take a whole week to make that 10-minute video, please try it yourself. And start a channel and let me know so I could try to watch you do it week after week. All right? But since I started doing these podcasts, I'm excited about it. I'm like, wait, this is crazy. And people actually like it? I thought people were going to hate this. The fact that people were actually showing love and support, man, that felt good. I felt like I might be able to do this. And look, let me make something clear. I think what I'm going to do is the Wednesday uploads are going to be podcasts from now on. They're going to be podcasts so I can stay consistent. And then that will give me the freedom to do my breakdowns on top of that, so that I could get to the point where I'm doing 2 videos a week. So I'm doing a podcast and a breakdown, hopefully every week, maybe bi-weekly for the breakdown. But when I was doing the breakdowns, I was like losing sleep. I was staying up too late. I was working all day. I wasn't seeing my family. And it's like, that's not the lifestyle, you know? So it was like, it was not a beneficial thing. But I can't, again, I lost my train of thought. But I want to ask you some questions. Oh, I was talking about the loose format and how sometimes I want to bring up things to you guys and how I feel like I can't. So look, I'm going to end the show with this, because there's a couple questions I have that I've always wondered, and I want to get a lot of input on this. I would love to hear your feedback, because I don't really talk to people, to be honest with you. And I don't have conversations like this with people where I could like get other people's answers. So you're like my outlet for that right now. Number one, in regards to my neighborhood, I lose my mind, like in an unhealthy fashion. I lose my mind when people park in front of my house. Especially because of the neighbors I happen to have. When I know that like element is in front of my house, it makes me like super protective. And I'm like looking out, like when they park in front of my house, I'm pacing. I'm going back and forth, and I'm looking out the door, and I'm just like waiting. I'm pacing for like a couple hours. I'll go get something to drink. I'll come back. till like the whole time till they leave, and I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? And then I need to know, is that just me or is that like a thing? Is that a thing? Like, how many people agree with me? Because I know some people are like, hey, fool, chill. It's like, that's owned by the city or by the public. It doesn't matter, all right? I'm thinking of it like a caveman. You know, like, this fool is in my area. This is my plot. You know, this is my territory. I don't care about, here's mine, here's the city. This regards to the county and the lines and the boundaries and the zones. No. This is my area. This is where I dwell, you know? And I get like real like protective. And like, especially when fools like do it overnight and stuff, and I get crazy and I'm like, are they gonna be just like chilling out here in my front yard? And like, I need to know, is that just me or is that other people too? Because I've always wanted to ask people that, but it's like, I don't know who to like. I lose my mind, and I don't know if I'm being unreasonable, but I happen to be in a neighborhood where it is rampant. And every once in a while, like, I have some people that live around me that are like super old. When they do it, it's like, oh, it's good. It's like that old lady. It's fine. Like, I get it. They probably came over to play bridge or whatever. It's cool. But when it's like, especially when it's from certain houses, I'm like, oh, man. I'll go out there. I'll do the yard work. I'll be like with a blower. Like, oh, like, you want to be out here? All right, I'm going to mess up your car wash right here. But let me know. Let me know if I'm tripping or if that's like a thing. Maybe it's a guy thing. I don't know. Give me details. I want to get below your beanie. I want to be below your beanie. And I had another thing. And I'm asking this for a friend. When you floss, look, I'm just getting real with you right now. All right? Forget about MMA. I've always wanted to ask somebody this. And I'm asking this for a friend. When you floss and like you pull it out and you see the thing, what do you do with it? Do you like look at it and then like swallow it? Like just put it back like where it's supposed to be? Like where it was supposed to go in the first place? Or do you rub it on your pants? Do you like what do you do with it? I don't know. Like when you take out like a piece of chicken or something like that, do you just go like and just move on with your day and just keep going? These are the real questions. And look, I'm not playing right now. I don't want you to think, oh, I get it, it's funny. What do you do with it? Please let me know. I'm sincere. And we just got to an hour. I am so late right now. Look it. I'm going to be honest with you. This was a rough episode for me. I feel sweat in my socks right now. Like I could feel it squishing right now. It's hot. I'm in a hoodie. I couldn't have my fan or my air conditioner facing me because it was gonna mess up the audio. I got my beanie on. I got the light on me. It's hot. I feel like I still am tired because of how I've been sleeping. I had a bunch of coffee. I got that fake green tea. I'm feeling funky right now. So if you made it this far and you still found a way to enjoy the episode, man, I'm thankful to you. And I appreciate you hanging in there with me and not being like, oh, what are you doing? Give us another breakdown. I'm going to be doing them still. I'm working on one right now. I don't know if I want to say what they are beforehand. I don't know. Like, I got my reasons and I don't even want to say the reasons. I'm weird like that. But I am working on breakdowns. I don't want you to think they're dead. It's been a slow week. It's been my birthday week, you know? So I've been like busy with stuff. But I need to get back into it before I ruin this month. I need to get a strong month, you know, so I could show the ladies, so I could try to move out of here. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching these and supporting them. It really means a lot to me because I thought everybody was gonna hate these. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me and allowing me to experiment. Yeah. Thank you for watching Below the Beanie or listening. Appreciate it. Good looking now. Late. I'm late.